I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talks. Joining me today is Will Creedon, Head of ETF Capital Markets at John Hancock. Will, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you, Judy. Thanks for having me.
Will, we've seen some of the major index firms make the decision not to conduct quarterly rebalances. Your funds have a key semi-annual rebalance every March. Did you go forward with the rebalance?
We did. We rebalanced all of our ETFs on March 13th, between March 11th and March 13th. And it wasn't an easy period to rebalance. As we know, VIX was up above 80. We had 4 market-wide circuit breakers occur over that period, for which our friends at the New York Stock Exchange helped us navigate nicely. But it was certainly a difficult period to rebalance. But, we thought that it was a great example of how our partners at Dimensional Fund Advisors, DFA, who are the managers of our ETFs, were able to really show their value and prove their worth during this volatile time. They were able to execute all of our rebalances really without a hitch. So we were extremely pleased to see them go through with that.
What has this market volatility highlighted about your funds, your investment process, that was of interest during this period of stress?
Yeah, as you mentioned at the outset, we were shocked at how many firms took a step back from the volatility. We were pleased to see that not only did our partners at Dimensional Fund Advisors continue to manage the funds prudently and execute on our rebalance, but some of the items that we've built into our John Hancock ETFs, namely concepts like index memory and enhanced redistribution and flexible trading. We think they're all value-added concepts that really shone through during this period of volatility. And Dimensional Funds is one of the leading trading firms and have some of the leading technology that really provided a kind of a come-to-life experience for us during this volatile period that we feel at the end of the day is what investors really can find value in during these volatile periods, are managers that take a thoughtful and flexible yet still prudent and managed approach to navigating these difficult markets.
Now, you mentioned financial advisors, they're truly earning their keep during this period. Can you talk about some of the trading practices advisors who trade ETFs are following in this volatile climate?
Sure. Yeah, it's been unprecedented. It's been challenging, but yet you hate to hear folks during periods like this say it's different this time. Obviously, every aspect of the markets is unique on any given day, but I was trading ETFs back during the financial crisis, and it was a period that highlighted for me in my career the value of sticking to discipline and sticking to proven processes. And the practices that we've been talking to our financial advisor clients about day in and day out may sound simplistic during less volatile times. You hear them time and time again. Don't trade around the market open. A best practice like that really takes on new life when you have market-wide circuit breakers halting markets midday. So you almost have markets opening and closing throughout the day. So, avoiding those acute periods of market opening and market closing during extreme volatility couldn't be more important. The use of limit orders, again, you hear it time and time again, but on a workaday order 6 months ago, probably not going to make or break an execution experience. But during periods where VIX is at 80, spreads are significantly wider, you really need to find the value in setting the correct limit order, and it's going to add value for your clients at the end of the day. And then lastly, I'd say in this period for financial advisors, it cannot be overstated the value that they can find in their partnerships across their firms, across their practices. I find myself speaking to folks at the New York Stock Exchange multiple times a day the past few weeks. I would go weeks and months on end without speaking with them. So finding people that you communicate with, your home office trading desk, your block trading desk, ETF issuers and their capital markets teams, such as ourselves, those are the tools and the people that are going to help you stick to your disciplined approach during intensely volatile periods. And as we've started to come out of this, we're certainly not out of the woods yet, but as we've started to come out, we've been pleased with how much our financial advisor clients are communicating with us, how much they're taking advantage of their block desks. And as an ETF issuer, we're certainly appreciative of our partners at places like the New York Stock Exchange, at some of our broker-dealer partnerships that have only increased their communication over this difficult period.
Okay. Will, it was great to have you on NYSE Floor Talk. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you very much, Judy, and stay safe and healthy out there.
You too.